I'm recording. All right, awesome. Okay, so we're just going to get started. Those that didn't pop on, you can just listen to the recording and save this video to your team page so then your coaches can see it as well. So I'm just going, this may be basic information for some of you, but I've been getting the question a lot from like new coaches and coaches that have been in the business for a while that are ready to build their business, but they really don't know how to begin. So I'm kind of just going back to the basics. There's lots of ways to build this business. Top coaches like Amy Silverman, I follow her, Alyssa Shoemaker, Raina Odell, they all build their business a little different. So there's lots of ways to build it, but one common thing they do is they show up every single day. And what do I mean by showing up? When you don't feel like it, you still post. If you are sick, you still can post a sick picture, post, whatever. If you're having a bad nutrition day, you can still post that. Just because you're not 100% on it and you don't feel like it doesn't mean that you should quit posting. Melanie Mitro said that when you are a Beachbody coach, you show up 365 days a year, every single day, and do what people will see you doing, like posting. That's what we all will see. If you're like this, we're going to see that. We're not really, we don't live with you, so we don't know if you're bad on your nutrition unless you tell us. But posting, we do see. It's kind of like somebody that owns or has a gym membership. They get a gym membership and they don't show up, and then they wonder why they don't get results. Well, you can't just go here and there and expect to get results, just like this business. If you want the needle to move, you have to show up and take action. You are rewarded by the work you do. Okay, so number one, you need to block out time. We always have time for what we want in life, right? We make it a priority. Just like for us working moms, if you work outside the home, if your daughter has a soccer game at 5 o'clock at night and you don't get off till 5, you are going to make arrangements to make time to be at her soccer game, right? So maybe you'll go in an hour early to work so you can get off an hour early to make it to her game. Maybe a lunch date with a friend. If you really want to make that lunch date on Saturday and you're going to make it a priority, you will show up, right? So we have things in life that we do every single day that we want to do. And if you want this business bad enough, then you will also show up and make it a priority and schedule your time. Successful people do what unsuccessful people don't do. So we have to do those things. We have to get uncomfortable. It's not always going to be convenient, but you have to make it a priority. You are the CEO of your business, so you have to find the time. Put in the hours now so you can reap that flexibility and that freedom later. Like I told some of my newer coaches, it's like you don't have to spend 5 hours a day doing this. When I worked outside the home and was going to school and working 2 jobs, all I had was 30 minutes a day. I just used my day very wisely. So if you have 30 minutes a day to build your business, do the basics. That's all you need. If you have an hour a day, great. Just make sure during those 30 minutes or an hour that you're being very productive and not busy. There is a difference. So as a coach, like I just told one of my newer coaches, as a coach, we feel like there's like 50 things we need to focus on, right? There's all these training groups and we have to post so many times a day and we're trying to work on ourselves and don't worry about all that. This is what I say. There is a success list that Carl Daikeler made up when he created this company. And it is the most important things that you need to do to build your business. It's like the meat and potatoes of growing your online business. Hey, Kim, your hair looks beautiful. Did you color your eyebrows too?
I do.
I saw that in the picture. I'm like, I think her eyebrows have hair color on them. That's funny.
Not supposed to do it, but I do it.
Yeah, my mom always did too. She was a hairdresser and she did that too. So anyways, okay, so the success list is like the meat and potatoes of your business. You need to do these things daily and stretch yourself. I'm going to call it the Fantastic Four list. So first of all, when you're trying to build your business, you want to keep adding people to your network, right? Scotty Hobbs says it really well. Our social media, our sphere of influences is like a deck of cards. And so, for example, take your Facebook friends. That's like a big deck of cards. And we're trying to find the aces out of all those friends. Your aces are going to be coaches, people to join your challenge groups, people to join your 5 free day group, maybe those aces to come to invite to your Super Saturday. Those are your aces. And in order to find those aces, you have to talk to them. You have to communicate to them. And these are people through, your followers on Instagram. Maybe it's your friends on Facebook, people you tweet on Twitter. Whatever social media platform you're using, that is your deck of cards. And you're trying to find those aces. And you need to keep adding to your friends list, because most likely if you go, that's just going to give you another deck of cards to use to find the aces that you're looking for. So it starts off with social media inviting. When you send out a message, you do not want to send out a message and be like, oh, hey, do you want to join my coaching group? No, that's just a sales pitch. That's what the oil people do, the wrap people do. It just feels icky. You want to obviously build the relationship and connect with them and find people that are like you and have fun with it. The second step is conversing. I call it the CCQ. You want to comment, compliment, and ask a question. So your friends, hey Kit, say you're sending, say you send out a invite to a friend on Facebook. You're going to make a comment about something that they posted. Then you're going to compliment them. And then you're going to ask a question, because you are going to be the one to actually engage this conversation and eventually invite them. So remember the CCQ: comment, compliment, and question. Also, these people that you are inviting, say you're going to do 10 invites a day. The people you're inviting, you're going to want to scan their Facebook page and like stuff and comment. So like their pictures and comment, whatever it may be. Try to do that a couple days throughout the week. Third step is, the actual invites. That scares most people. Most coaches are petrified to send any kind of invite out. On the National Wake Up Call a couple weeks ago, Melissa Myers talked about it. She hates it. She hates the invite process. But just like any job we do, at your current job right now, there's something that you really do not like to do every single week, right? Maybe you're actually in billing, or you're doing account payable or whatever. You don't like it, but you have to do it. It's part of your job. That is how we feel about invites in our business. You have to do it. That is what creates a foundation and income in your business, by helping people. Now, the scariest thing that most people don't like about invites is that 2-letter word, no, right? We feel like, oh my gosh, we screw up as a coach, or our invites suck, we're a bad coach. No, it's none of that. None of it. It's a timing thing. And if you talk to a lot of coaches, they have to go back to that same person 3 to 4 times before they even decide to commit. So just know the fortune's in the follow-up, and that is usually when the coach, or when that customer decides to jump on with you and either do a challenge group or become part of your team, is when you do the follow-up. And it's probably not going to be the first time you reached out to them. It's going to be the 3rd or 4th time. What else do I have? The first step is the invite process. And if they say no, just know that you're going to want to put them on your list for the following month. I kind of got off my notes here. So like I was saying, if you have 30 minutes a day, try to get out 5 invites a day. If you have an hour to spare to work on your business, try to get out 10. Okay? And even I was listening to a call today, even if you do 3 invites a day, that is 90 invites that you're doing in a month. Do you think you could probably find 3 people that want to join your challenge group if you send out 90 invites and you just do 3 invites a day? Probably, right? And if they say no, then guess what? You follow up with them the following month. So try to reach at least between 3 and 10 invites a day. The follow-up is when you really notice that your business will grow, because that, like I said, that is the time where most coaches decide to join, is in the follow-up. And let's see. Okay, and then the burnout stage. A lot of coaches will do this and they will feel like they get super burnt out because they're doing it every single day, or maybe they're not getting the results they want. It talks, I heard from another coach, try to make it fun. One of the ways is the 100 no bubble sheet. See that bubble sheet as cornrows, right? So every invite and they say no, you fill in that little cornrow. And what that is you're planting seeds. And every time you follow up, it's just watering that seed, and eventually it's going to grow into a yes. But all those no's, you can't just like forget about them. You have to keep going back to their page and liking and commenting on their postings, because you want to be engaging with them. That's how you are forming relationships with them. So that 100 no sheet could be really good if you look at it in a different way. See that as, you know, cornrows, and you're watering and planting those seeds until they turn into yeses and grow. Yeah, so basically you just got to be patient. You got to be consistent. You got to show up every single day, even when you don't feel like it. That is all those top coaches are doing. They may have some awesome systems in place, but Carl Daikeler has it set up where if you just do the 4 vital behaviors, that's how you grow your business. And if your business isn't growing, then look to see how many invites are you really doing. So that's all I have. So really, it could go for a brand new coach or just coaches in the business that are ready to do something, but they don't know where to start. Because I've been there. Oh my gosh, last month I did like nothing. I didn't send out hardly any invites, but I did follow-ups, and it was like the last week of the month. You know, so, and I was kind of like, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to begin. I don't even know what to do. You know, so sometimes we get into ruts, and we all go through seasons like this in our business, and you just have to think back of when you became a brand new coach and when you had your most growth, what did you do? That's what I think. When I had my most growth, what was I doing? I was being consistent. I had a challenge group with new challengers every single month, and I was getting Success Club. So those are the things. And how do you get Success Club? Invites. It all boils down to invites and just sharing on Facebook and every single day. Just random stuff. Like today I had Culver's. I shared about it. You know, and I got an inbox message like, you eat that stuff? Well, no, not all the time, but today I did. You know, so I'm like, I'm going to share about it. And then I'll probably have diarrhea later. So, you know, but it's like, just share all that stuff, because people are watching you. Even if you don't think they are so watching you. And they want to see how real are you and can I relate to you? So that's it. Like I said, all top coaches do, you know, and really eventually you're going to look at, you know, this vital behavior or what I just talked about one day, and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, that's it. You know, that is what makes this business work. It's really simple. You hear it all the time from top coaches. It's simple, but it's not easy. And it's because you have to be consistent. People usually fall off when they feel like they've done it for a week straight and they're getting no results. So it doesn't work for me. So they take a couple days off, and now a couple days turned into a week to a month. And, you know, now they're like, how do I get started again? So just be consistent and share everything. That's what I have. That's it. Did you guys see that video I posted on my team page today? By chance?
I saw it yet though.
Yeah.
I saw you post.
It's really good. It just breaks it down on how to make $500. I looked at 2 of them. It was either how to make $500 a week or $500 in your first 3 months. I should go back and post the other one too. Anyways, it was really good. They broke it down for you, and it was like, oh my gosh, like that totally makes sense. And how to do it, like every single month, how to do it. So you have to listen to it and share it to your team page if you can, because a lot of people wonder, how do we make money as coaches? You know, and you don't have to like sell a ton of challenge packs, you know, to do it. It's like that, you know, that's not, you don't have to do that. So, and Carl says, you really just have to get Success Club 5 or 10. You don't have to be a 20 Success Clubber every month. You know, he created this system where it's 5 or 10. So yeah, listen to it. Hi, Christy. I haven't seen you forever.
I know.
Like forever, ever. What are you up to?
Oh, same old stuff. Just working and taking care of the family, you know.
Yeah? How's the kids?
Growing like weeds.
Yeah. Aw.
Good weeds, though.
Yeah. And all these kiddos are growing up. I can't believe it.
I know. Too fast. Too
Yes.
fast.
You still working a ton for the family business?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep, I am. It's very, very busy right now.
Yeah, I bet.
Well,
Okay.
it's good to see everybody's faces.
What's that?
I said it's good to see everybody's faces.
I know. I wish we all lived close. Kim Gao just said that to me the other day. She's like, I wish I lived by you so we could work together a couple times a week. And 'cause
Yeah.
I talk to her weekly, you know, but
Yeah.
yeah. So what else have you guys been up to? Anything? Sam, kids, Kelly?
They all got stung by a bee yesterday, or by a wasp yesterday.
Kids?
Oh.
Allergic.
He's allergic?
He's like anaphylactic, yeah. And so I threw 2 Benadryl down his throat and went off to the emergency room. That was interesting.